This is Robert Mardlacci of the Mindshare Learning Report, Canada's Learning and Technology e-magazine. Happy Thursday and welcome to this week in Canadian EdTech MindShareTV special Back to School podcast. I'm honored to introduce our featured guest from Tompkin Road Middle School in the Peel District School Board, Amanda Rose, our first prize national winner of Canada's Schools of the Future Challenge. Thank you for joining me this afternoon, Amanda, and hope you've had a great summer and a recharge for back to school, clearly.
Yes, thank you. I'm so excited. I am definitely getting back to school ready. We've had a full few days, but the summer was fantastic.
And it was a nice opportunity, no doubt, to kind of recharge after the couple of years it's been, and we're putting that behind us now and really looking forward to making use of some new tools that some of which I dropped by yesterday, and so great to meet you and your team and learn more about Tompkin Road Middle School. Fascinating program that you have. Perhaps you can share a little bit about the uniqueness of the program, and then we can talk about what inspired you to go down the path of the contest entry as well.
Sure. Yeah. Well, actually, my path to get me to our science technology program was a slow one. I was in the core stream and I was teaching grade 7 LASS for years, 10 years probably. And my principal asked me to switch over to the science and technology program. And my response was, can I get out of it if I don't like it? I was so scared.
Right.
And hesitant. And I really needed her push to get me into this program. And I'm so glad I did, because it was completely out of my comfort zone.
Amazing. And talk to me about making that pivot to embracing tech-infused pedagogy. It can be daunting, but sometimes being thrown into the lion's den fear is always a great motivator as well.
Absolutely. I thought that I had to know everything before the students. So that's where my fear came from, was how am I going to learn all of this new technology before the students? And I quickly realized that wasn't going to happen. And that's been the biggest change, is knowing that I could pick up new technology and put it in their hands and we learn it together. And it takes the fear completely out of it for both the students and myself, when they know that I can make a mistake and I haven't done this before and they can too. So it was a big learning curve, but right now I'm running with it. I love being here. So
amazing. And you see I've popped up your winning video submission, which really demonstrates the agency that you gave kids around the Sustainable Development Goals. Talk to us about this story that you shared nationally that won you the challenge.
So our students, all grade 6s in Ontario, do an inquiry on global issues in Canada. And our school has a great inquiry on global issues with Canada and Sustainable Development Goals. But at the end of this inquiry, I have included a portion called Now What? And it's literally called Now What in their assignment. So I was very adamant that I didn't want a research project. I wanted a now what. I wanted to solve some problems. So you can see in this video, I love seeing their designs. This student, I can tell you, was talking about ocean cleanup because it was a sustainable development goal. And he 3D designed a submarine to pick up trash in the ocean. We did,
wow. And this is middle school, right? What grade are we talking?
This is grade 6. This is only grade 6.
That's incredible.
So every person had to think of their problem and then, take it a next step. I'm looking at the video and I love this one. He had deforestation for climate action number 13. And he designed a 3D printed model of a drone that would plant seeds in regions where they couldn't get, larger trucks and people in there. And
brilliant.
The passion that they had done all the research. So they had the background. And so, the passion that they had to build these projects was just exceptional to watch. I absolutely loved it.
Amazing. And talk to me about some of the tools that you leveraged during this time?
So we were using a 3D printer, and we only had, one or two at the time, which again is very lucky for us. But they didn't actually have to end up printing it. They could just spend their time designing and tinkering in Tinkercad. So that was a big one. Microbit, again, we had a student working, his goal was on overpopulation of the world. And he was working on a population counter on his microbit. We had some robotics about how they were going to get into uncharted land to help them with their natural disasters. Animation. Actually, a lot of my kids really wanted to pick Minecraft. So we were doing a lot of Minecraft projects. A great one was on Indigenous education and teaching children through Minecraft all about the land that we're on and our connection.
Amazing.
So, yeah, they were just so excited.
And Mississauga has a great history around First Nations. I once, as we were discovering the Credit River with my kids when they were younger, we found this pottery, this historical pottery piece embedded in the bank of the Credit River.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, so we're donating it to the Historical Society. We came across it recently. So it really does go back, a century plus, and so very rich in historical value that you could share with the kids for sure. And making it real life, like, relatability is something that you really demonstrated in this video and their learning journey that they experienced. So kudos to you for that.
A big part of this was for my students, a lot of them, some of them wrote a letter to an MPP and then submitted it to me. And I said, well, have you sent it? And they looked at me like I was crazy. They're like, you want me to actually send this? I said, yes, that's the point of this. And a student ended up having a video call with an MPP of Brampton on women's rights and women in politics from this letter. And so it's really empowering them that, we learned about children who make a difference, Greta and all these children who are making a difference by starting small. And I was saying, you are actually doing this. Like, who knows if your idea can go somewhere? We had students who were rewriting the curriculum. They thought that more Indigenous studies or more technology needed to be embedded in the curriculum. So they changed the curriculum and then sent it to the Minister of Education to let him know, these changes. So I really wanted these students to know that they can take their technology and their skills and their innovation and show it off. That's kind of the point of this.
That's incredible. And what's in store for this year?
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for these, some of our prizes. We've gotten our, the Dell, very excited for our new Dell laptops. We have our Dell backpacks for the students. And luckily, our students come back right into our program. So all of the grade 6s who worked on this project, the grade 7 and 8 who made the video, will get to come back and use all of this equipment. And it's funny, if I was to look at some of this, the smartboard, which I don't have, I have a little bit of fear. I don't know how to use it. How am I going to implement it? And I can't wait to get my students on that, because I know they're going to help me out with that.
Well, I'm sure they will. And you could see a glimpse of some of the pricing there that I'm sharing that,
oh my gosh,
that you'll be receiving. So,
exciting.
Most deserving. And what advice do you offer teachers who perhaps are coming back into the classroom, were newbies with EdTech during the pandemic, primarily online, and now back in the classroom? The notion of, you don't see that in our school of the classroom of the future here. There's no straight row desks here. Everything's movable, flexible. Talk to me about what advice you would offer some of the newer teachers, or some of the teachers that have been in the system a long time, because I've seen the transformation happen with more seasoned veterans, perhaps like yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So just being put into a position of having to teach online and seen my son, who was 8 at the time, struggling with it so severely, I gave my students a lot of, mental health breaks and a lot of relaxation. You have to take the stress out of it. And as a teacher previously, I was a fairly stressed out teacher. I had to be ahead of everything and on top of everything. And again, realizing that I really can learn with the students. I don't have to put this amount of stress on myself, number one, and number two, to take care of myself and my students. So knowing that they don't need too much homework and they need time with their family and they're experiencing things at home that give them stress, I think is really important. So, including technology just for fun sometimes is really important. Put the
And the outdoors?
Back. Oh, we are outdoors all the time. We have brain breaks, go for walks.
I love that notion.
Oh, we have to.
And research shows that just being outdoors, being in nature, walking or exercising really helps clear your mind.
It was great to see this year that our principal actually gave each classroom a box of board games, and
cool.
took out all the tech. And we would just spend a whole period of students playing board games that they had not played before. Simple, Connect Four, chess, and the collaboration, and that you could see the problem solving, and a break from technology at points is important as well. So those are some treasured activities in our classroom now.
Wonderful. And talk to me about mentorship and the importance of teaming up with your peers as well, and sharing and learning from each other. I like
Absolutely.
to call it mind sharing. It's a Urban Dictionary term I included.
I love it. I couldn't do, our students couldn't do anything unless we had all of the teachers working together. So the tech, I go to my colleagues for, how do I run this? How do, we have a problem. How do I do this? And then my two teaching partners I'm so close with, we bounce ideas constantly around each other. And I found through COVID, when they took away that interaction with teachers, time to just chat, what are you doing? What's working? It made a big difference. So being back in the classroom and chatting with teachers about what they're doing, it's inspiring. So another thing, actually, I was watching the videos of other winners of your contest, and I was getting inspired and mentored sort of through them. So I'm kind of realizing that it just doesn't stop. Like, you can always be mentoring someone else while you're getting mentored at the same time.
Wonderful. And we are so looking forward to presenting at our Canadian EdTech Leadership Summit. And I was going to pull that up in a second here that we could share. And that's part of, the winnings that you enjoy. The prize pack includes presenting at the summit, which will be wonderful to hear your story and to inspire others that across the country and beyond that will be have the opportunity to tune in and be there in person. So I'm just going to pull that up here and this is some of our featured speakers. You're part of the Cross Canada Checkup Panel. So we've got an international array of presenters and happening at McGill University, the state of EdTech in Canada, driving innovation through evidence-based research. And you really are, a live living case study of what's working in the systems across the country. And so kudos to you for that. We hope to have you there live with your principal. Yes. We discussed that yesterday. So hopefully we can plan ahead for that. But we do encourage others to join us October 19th to 20th in Montreal. We will be online as well. And it's going to be free online. So we want to be inclusive and allow folks to engage in professional learning and collaboration, and really drill down to what's working in the systems, because there's an arsenal of tools that are available through your Peel Schools portal, no doubt.
Yep. Collaboration is priceless right now, I have to tell you. So just the fact that you're offering this is really exciting. I can't wait.
Well, Amanda Rose, thank you so much for your time today. I know it's a busy time getting your class up and going. It's looking great in the background, by the
Thank
way.
you. We're getting
Yeah.
there. Getting there.
Thank you so
Excited.
much again. That was Amanda Rose from Tompkin Middle School in the Peel District School Board. My name is Robert Mardelanchi of the Mindshare Learning Report. Be sure to check out www.mindshare Learning to get your latest issue. And until next time, stay healthy, stay safe, and have a great long weekend. Bye for now.